Are you?
Is she courageous?
I was arrested on December 1st, 1955.
She's a fighter, risk taker, lawmaker.
Were always rationalized as favors to women.
Educator, creator.
Anybody asks what I thought, I would write it.
You see a woman, she's a leader.
We, the people, have the power to build a better future.
She's a believer, high achiever.
Thank you for this award.
More a giver than a receiver. Woman of hope.
For there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it.
For the next generation to not be so cold. Women give love.
I've given it to everyone I know. I love this book.
Women give light. Women are the essence of life. Is she everything that we said she wasn't?
Who will have the power to shape our children for the next 4 or 8 years of their lives?
Or is she everything that she said she wanted? Just look in her soul. We can see her light shine. What is a woman?
Thank you so much. Woo! Hey, you guys good? All right, rest yourselves. We got a lot to do. Hi, everyone. It is. She said camera is closed. Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies. I don't know if you have any gentlemen in our midst. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us. We'll be starting shortly. My name is Jennifer Opaleze. I am a co-convener for this event. Thank you for making our time to join us this evening. We are going to have a very fun-packed evening. We have astute speakers who are expertise in their field, who will be giving us power-packed events, will be giving us power-packed information regarding how women can be whatever they want to be. No labels. As a woman, you can actually be whatever you want to be. Without wasting much time, I'll be introducing the moderator for the event in the name of pharmacist Emiola Rabiat Oyeneye. She's the first line manager with AstraZeneca. And she will be moderating the event from now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Please, am I audible? So I will take that as a yes. So good evening, Queens. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. As Jennifer has rightly said, it's going to be a power-packed event. It's going to be interesting, and we're going to learn a lot. And this is going to be pivotal for us going forward in how we shape our careers and how we advance both personally as well as on a professional level. Today is really about networking and building community. And what does that translate to for us as individuals? It's a way for us to gain essential skills that we're going to use to build our careers, both personally and professionally. It involves us nurturing relationship, understanding the importance of keeping contact or keeping connections with people that we meet along our career path. And these people are going to be able to help us to achieve our goals, expand our knowledge, as well as create opportunities for us. The importance of networking and community so that we can grow at all aspects of our lives, personally, spiritually, every single aspect you can think of. Networking and community helps us to create opportunity, helps us to share information that are very important, helps us to build our reputation, build our network, help us to personally grow, and more importantly, offers us emotional support. Queens, you agree with me that there are times when we need another woman to speak with that understands where we are coming from. And this evening, our speakers are going to be able to speak to us about that. Our first speaker, which is our keynote speaker, is Oluwatoyin Oshoba. Toyin is a powerful person when it comes to sales. She has vast experience in the sales and marketing aspect, be it project management, be it portfolio building. She's very knowledgeable in this aspect. Toyin has an marketing as well as sales MSc, right, from the Rome Business School. And currently, she is the zonal manager for specialty division when it comes to WWCVL. And any of us in the sales sector know how powerful and big worldwide is when it comes to ensuring the growth of pharmaceutical sales. And Toyin is passionate about including women, right, and empowering them in terms of for us to grow. As she has spoken at several very important events that has empowered and moved the female movement forward, be it in career or personal wise. After Toyin has spoken to us extensively about women in pharmaceutical sales and the journey so far, our second speaker will be speaking to us also the importance of powering through and learning the power of community. Like I earlier alluded to, the power of community is very important. So Dr. Naomi Osemudia will be speaking to us about this. Dr. Naomi, thank you. So Dr. Naomi will be speaking to us about the power of community. Dr. Naomi Osamedia is a powerful renowned coach, a national transformation strategist, and a global speaker that has featured in numerous high-impact symposiums, physical meetings, as well as stage across the world, right? She's passionate about human capacity development and loves to speak to women as well as a larger audience. She is the creator of the Trash the Labels movement, and this movement has done a lot when it comes to bringing down the walls and eliminating bias when it comes to women in the work field and the workspace. She was selected amongst 500 women to speak at a national event that also moved the movement forward in terms of women's movement in business. She has gone to numerous countries where she has spoken extensively about the message of building community, about the importance of women growing as a community as well as in business. She has contributed to many entrepreneurs' growth, personal brand, and her message has spanned across the globe. Dr. Naomi, as well as Toyin, will be speaking to us this evening, and they will be changing our mindset, enabling us to grow, and more importantly, helping us to achieve our goals and our dreams. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Toyin to please speak to us about women in pharmaceutical sales and her journey so far. She's going to talk to us from a personal angle, and this is very important for us to be able to learn from this and apply as was necessary. Tony, please, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening. I want to start by saying a very big thank you to the organizers of this laudable project. I think it's timely, considering the happenings around the world, and women really taking a center stage when it comes to the economic, political space in the world presently. So I will not waste, I won't take so much of our time, but then I would go quickly into why we are here today. Women in FMCG and pharmaceutical sales. Okay, we are operating in a male-dominated environment. Okay, and you will agree with me. The sales job, the marketing job is quite demanding. It's very tasking. And for reasons unknown, we tend to have more men, probably because it also involves a lot of physical, energy being exerted into the day-to-day, roles and responsibilities and duties of a pharmaceutical rep. So I will go straight into my slides. And I'll, have there a woman, smiling and, taking charge. A strong woman is not about behaving like a man. Rather, it is about showing the skills, inherent strength, and knowledge to the world at large, while ensuring the control of the things she's doing and getting done. A woman, by nature, we are very strong. We are very dynamic. Okay, we are able to do a whole lot, even much more than we feel we can ever be able to achieve. We are able to multitask. We are able to, do a whole lot of things. All right. So finding ourselves in an industry such as this, there's no limitation, there's no competition. We're not coming there to rub shoulders with anyone, but we are strong and we are bold and we are there to make our statements. Okay. So that is the reason why we are in pharmaceuticals and we are taking charge. Now, I would like to quickly look, let us look at this next slide where, we are actually just taking, the statistics of what it is as it stands currently. We have 70% of men. Okay, so what that shows is that women are outnumbered in the field of medical sales in the pharmaceutical industry, and we are just occupying 30%. But I tell you, we are able to achieve much more. Although this picture looks a bit bleak, but I know that if we are consistent and with opportunities like what WIFPSA is offering us, we will be able to change this narrative, okay? Because we already have very successful women in pharmaceuticals as it stands in pharmaceutical sales and marketing, and also in the global space at large, and bringing it home to Nigeria, where we are, we can see that women are doing fantastic and awesome things already. Okay, so we are not intimidated by this number. This is also just showing that the men are really, dominating the sector, the industry where we find ourselves. Okay. Now, what are the barriers? What are the biases, that we face on this job? I remember when I was going to take up the job of this medical sales rep, I had a lot of people advising me that now that job is not for women, it's not for this, it's not for that. And with my experience, over these years, I've realized that the society tends to look at us as a weaker vessel, in quotes. They tend to look at us like, oh, there's certain kind of jobs that are set aside for women. All right. Unconsciously, that's how we were brought up. Even for us as women, for us as ladies, we are brought up to carry out certain chores, that no, it's a man that can do this, and then we grow up with that mentality. But I thank God that narrative is changing today. Now, due to societal barriers against women, the presence of a woman at the top management of pharma companies is a mind-wide and an inch deep. If you look across all our pharmaceutical companies today, you will notice that we have very few women at the top management level, at various organizations. We have very few women who are top managers, maybe CEOs and MDs of pharmaceutical companies. Of course, when we're talking about the likes of EMSO, we have a woman doing a great job there. Okay, so the society perceives us as not, I don't like to use the word weak, but I would like to say like they feel we are not able to take charge of certain things because we are not also given the fair opportunities as men are being given. However, women can overcome these barriers if we strategically plan, take decisive actions, and then the unbiased society can, of course, see the opportunities, present the opportunities for both gender. I would like to say something here. For us to be able to change this narrative, then we ourselves must be determined. We must be determined. And we must plan strategically and take decisive actions. Now, what are the facts that are facing us? Pharmaceutical industry is a global and service-oriented profession, and women play a very major role. As such, women cannot be ignored or underestimated. Whether they like it or not, we are still there and we are holding forth strong. Women contribute a whole lot to societal well-being and development. Like I said, we are everywhere, building the families, building our careers. We are just everywhere, making things happen. Like I always say, like a joke, without us, the world will be very boring. Will be very boring. We spice up everything. We are strong and we are active. We have more amount of mental power, tolerance, patience, and integrity. I'm sure you agree with me. A woman can be thinking 1,000,001 things at the same time. Okay, by nature, the way we are created, we are tolerant. We tolerate people a lot. We are patient people. We try to tend to see the good in everyone around us, and we are people of integrity. I have seen even in the political space. Of course, we just concluded our elections recently, and then I've heard people say, "Oh, if a woman is there, no, this will get sorted out." Let's take a look at some of the sectors where women are in charge. You will see women doing fantastic things. We are women of integrity because we are very passionate. We are very empathic. We have empathy, okay, and we are skilled. We have natural qualities. God created us that way. Well, what we're supposed to do is to harness these skills, these great things, these great values that God has deposited inside of us. Now, I would like to go in quickly into the nudges because I know that what WIFPSA stands for is what we are trying to do is to encourage one another as women in this field, in this industry, to ensure that we also hold our own and we make a statement for us, make a statement in the pharmaceutical sales and marketing business. I will not sit here and say to you that it is easy, okay? Like I said, we're going to be having, I'm going to be sharing my experiences, in between, some good, some not so good, okay? Because the odds are already against us being a woman, but we have to break through. We have to break through the mountains. We have to break through the rock to make a headway and to rise to the top. Okay, so if the man is doing 1, 2 things to get to the top, we will have to do 3, 4, 5, 6 things to get the same thing. That's the kind of society where we're finding ourselves right now. Okay, so I will just take some of these points and expatiate on them. Number 1 nugget for success as a female pharmaceutical sales and marketing rep is self-confidence. Without that confidence, I tell you, you will not be able to go very far. I remember when I started out, when I landed in my first company there, I think that was in 2005. I went to that company in search of a job as a quality control personnel in a pharmaceutical company, and somehow along the line I ended up in marketing. Okay, I ended up in marketing. But you know what? I knew I needed to work on my personality because at that time, I'm sure some of the people who are watching right now, they may not really know. I was a very quiet and very reserved person. But then I had to tell myself the truth. I was a very shy person. I would withdraw and hide myself somewhere. But then I realized along the line that for me to be able to make a success out of this career, then I needed to change certain things about me. All right. So self-confidence is very, very key. You need to believe in yourself and in your abilities. When I took that decision, I sat back and I realized that there were a whole lot of things that I could achieve. There were a whole lot of things that I never knew were inside of me. All right, until I gave myself that chance, that opportunity. Do not take up do not be afraid to take up any feat. Do not lose faith in yourself. Be bold. Don't be afraid to show off who you are. All right, don't be afraid. You don't owe anybody any apologies for what you are able to do. Even if you find yourself in a male-dominated office or in a male-dominated environment, like we are presently in our pharmaceuticals, and I can tell you, some of the ladies that I know in pharmaceuticals today can stand the men anytime, any day, anywhere. Okay, but it has to come with you being confident in having confidence in yourself that, oh, I can achieve this, I can do this. Women in pharmaceutical sales are often afraid that showing off who they are will set them back. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be the narrative at all. We are able to take up these challenges and we're able to make a good success out of it. Don't see challenges specifically related to being a female. Don't look at yourself in that manner. Don't look at yourself in that way. I think it's actually a benefit. I think it's actually to our advantage that we have found ourselves in this field. I remember when I started going out as a rep, you know, I stuttered. There were times that I stumbled, okay? But naturally, I noticed that the society will want to tend, you know, in the direction of, oh, she's a lady, let me listen to her. That is a great opportunity that you have in your hands, if you don't know, as a woman. If a woman and a man walks into a place, I tell you, even if it's a male-dominated environment, that you are a lady there, they will tend to want to even listen to you. So don't grab that opportunity and let yourself lose. Then the next nugget for success is be determined but realistic. The road to medical sales success isn't easy, like I said earlier on, but with the right amount of focus, determination, you can make it happen. However, you also need to be realistic about the amount of time and sacrifices needed to continue in this rewarding career. You know that as women, we don't have all the time on our hands, but that little time that you have, how well are you making use of it? How well are you making use of that time? You know that if a man is working 1 hour to achieve something, then you have to work double to achieve that same thing. So you need to be determined and you need to be realistic about the areas that you can take up, about the things that you can do. I tell you, this career is very rewarding and is a very fast way to rise. Now, of course, for those of us who are in this industry, we need to know also that you need to be focused. You cannot afford to be distracted in any way. You cannot afford to allow certain things, you know, that are not worth it to take over our time. Now, the next point says personal development. We need to develop yourself. Never pass up any opportunity which comes your way. Grab them. Like I said earlier on, you need to grab it. Invest in yourself. Don't wait for any company or anybody from somewhere to come and train you. Find the companies where we work. Yes, they will give us the necessary the trainings as per your responsibilities and what is expected of you in that job role that you have been given. But you know what? That is not where it ends. You have to make time out yourself to read, to study, to ask questions, to investigate, to research. You cannot sit down and fold your arms in the world that we're in today. You need to go online. There are a whole lot of articles that you can read. There are materials that can help you develop yourself. I say to you, ladies, develop yourself. Personal development, you have to be deliberate about it. You have to be deliberate about it, I tell you. It's easy for your company to get you trained. If you have a very good company, work in the multinationals, they invest so much in the training. Yes, all well and good, but that's not where it ends. You need to keep adding value to yourself, keep sharpening your skills. You need to move with the times. You need to move with the things that are happening around you. You need to be compliant with the latest marketing. You cannot be operating in the marketing training that we were given in 2005, 2006 when we started this career. It's not the same today. Then we were told that when you have the right product knowledge, you can tell the USPs. That is it. You will sell the products. That's a big lie. It has changed. You need to take up courses online. Invest in yourself, even if you have to pay. Keep adding value so that when opportunities come for promotion, when opportunities come for you to take up certain challenges, you will be prepared in advance for that which is going to come. So any opportunity that comes your way, please grab it. Any opportunity, it might be even in adding more tasks to the task that the company has already given to you. Some I've had situations whereby reps will tell me, that's what they asked me to do. This one that they're asking me to come and do again, I cannot do it. But that's not true. That's not right. The truth is nobody, no employer can ever pay you for your work. They can't pay you what you really worth. But the truth is this: you don't allow that to determine how lazy you become as a medical or sales rep in your company. Okay? The next point says, think big, dream big. I remember when I joined my first company, then Jawa. You know, those of us who know that company, I'm sorry I had to mention that name. There's a pattern of business in that place. And then I looked at myself, I looked at my environment, and I told myself, oh girl, I'm not sure this is what I really want for myself. Okay? And right from that moment, I already gave myself some time. I decided to devote myself, apply myself adequately to the job. How much was the salary at that time? We started with, I think, 10,000 naira. That was the salary. But I tell you, we worked, in those days, we worked the work of like 100,000 naira, like in the times that we're in now, like 1 million naira job, you know. But I was not looking at that. I was looking into that, and I was dreaming about the times that I would work in bigger companies, and when I would achieve very much greater and less bigger salary. Those were my that was my goal. And then you write down your goals in life. Stay focused on them. Take steps towards them. Look at that goal every morning. There's nothing like, it's not enough having the goals in your head or in your minds. You need to have them written down. Even the Bible, for those of us who are Christians, it said, write it down. That them that read it will run with it. When you write it down, you stick it everywhere. That is what drives you when you wake up every day. Don't be too complacent. Don't be too comfortable. Okay, I'm not saying that you should be jumping from one company to another, but never get comfortable in life. Never get comfortable wherever you are, because there are still better levels that you can still get to. You are a medical rep today, you are just a medical rep, a rookie, or you're just 1 year. No, you can still become a senior medical rep. You can still become an area manager. You can still become a zonal manager. You can still become a regional manager. The limitations that we have are in our minds. If we make up our minds that this is what we want to do, there is nothing that you cannot achieve. I say it again to you ladies, there is nothing that you want to be in life that you cannot achieve. It all starts and ends with the mind. So please don't be comfortable. You know, sometimes I look at some people and I knew them way back 2010, and they're still in that same level, and I just shake my head. Even in our personal lives, let's even leave the career aspect of it aside now. When you are stagnant, I mean, you're not adding value, all sorts of rubbish will come and be perching on you. So never get comfortable, never settle for mediocrity. Don't be too comfortable. Always aim at improving. I hate being underutilized. I don't know how to be idle. So for you to make a success out of this career, then you must not be comfortable. If you are in a place, you are in a company where everything is rosy, or you are living in a place where everything is comfortable, then please check it. It's only a matter of time. You will lose your value. People who get too comfortable in no time will lose their value. The next point says, be a lifelong learner. Never be tired of learning. Never be tired of learning. There's a saying that the day we stop learning is the day we die. We learn till we die. Keep studying, keep reading, keep reading the biographies. I love Mrs. Ibukunwushika a lot. I also love Mrs. Folusha Alakija. These are the people I will go online and be searching for articles about them. I want to know how were they able to do it that the whole world is celebrating them today. They are women like you and I. They started out just like you and I. All right. And one of the best ways to move beyond any barrier in your path is to constantly challenge yourself to learn more. Do more, be more than you thought possible. I tell you, there are a whole lot of things that I'm doing today that when I started out in this job in 2005, I never imagined that I would be able to do. But as the challenges were presenting themselves, I was taking up those challenges. I was working hard at it. I would go look for, it's easier now in these times where you can easily go online, and internet was not something that was so fashionable then when we started. But I loved to sit with doctors. I would ask them questions. We would talk, we would gist, and as I'm talking to them, I am learning. When I meet colleagues on the field, in those days, when BioFem came, BioFem was so we were all looking at BioFem, Sanofi, and then I started making friends. I was making friends in those companies because I wanted to learn from them. And then challenge yourself. I kept challenging myself, and I realized that I was doing that. I was doing more. I saw that I was, more responsibilities was being given to me, even at work. And then I would gladly take up what other ladies that were there with us would be complaining. I am not complaining. Okay, I wasn't complaining. When I was earning 10,000 naira in Japan, tax will be deducted from it out of that 10,000. And I was not mobile. Other people were complaining. I was not complaining. But then I was just seeing a better future. I was seeing something better ahead of me. It involves building your communication and listening skills. You cannot be in this field and be talking like a parrot. You cannot make a success of this career if you don't know how to listen. If you don't listen to your customers, how will you be able to provide the solution? Because we're solution providers. And in the aspect where I have spent over a decade, that's in oncology. You have to listen to your cancer patients. You just have to listen. So we need to read materials, we need to read articles that will help you with your communication and listening skills. Even towards your boss, towards your colleagues, you must listen. It is very key. Surround yourself with people who will challenge you, not mediocres. Don't ever gather. I will say this here. I have some numbers that call me that I don't pick. All right? Because if you're going to, I don't have many friends, but if you're going to be my friend, there must be value that you're adding to my life. So if I sit back and I look at this friendship in the last 1 year, and I have not seen any value that you have added to me, off my contacts you go. That is me. Let's surround ourselves with people who will challenge us, not the kind of friends or colleagues that when we sit down, the only thing that we're talking about is to be talking about, this company is bad, that company is bad, this one, that one, things that are not going to add value. Are we sitting down to discuss, how do we, what program are we running next? Let's this thing, I need to understand it. I need to come, let's share together. Those are the kinds of things that we should be doing. Partners in progress, which is what WIFPSA is offering us. I really desire that we would all, key into the vision of WIFPSA. This is a place where we will challenge ourselves. Those of us who have gone ahead, we are ready to work with those who are coming up. We share, we grow together. Areas where we have failed, we let you know, we show you, and things keep getting better and better. Okay? So don't surround yourselves with mediocres. Surround yourself with people who will challenge you, to do more. Find a valuable mentor. There is no one, absolutely no one who will make a success out of any career if you don't have people you are mentoring or who is mentoring or you are mentoring. Mentorship is key, especially as women in this industry. Finding the right mentor at the right time who can make a difference in how you chart your course in your career is very key. Learn from their successes and their failures. There are some things that when I sit back right now, I wish I did better. Okay, there are things that I wish I did better. And I'm in a better position to help other people who are coming behind. Find a quality company. Being determined and having a personality of a successful medical rep and all that is not enough. You have to position yourself in a company where it's a people-centered company, where people are encouraged to grow. Now I come to the tips for a career advancement. Work-life balance is very important. I remember when I started up my career, I already had a child, and then I was, in the course of the career, I had the second one. My husband was not really in support of this kind of job. But when he saw that I was determined about it and I was getting promoted, he didn't have a choice but to just give up on my matter. I will advise you, take help from the people around. Take help from the people around. You have to find a way to balance it. I have a policy, a private commission. Once I'm out of my office, I usually don't go back to work for that day. That's the end of it. When I'm in the office, I give my best. I'm not saying that once in a while you don't have extra things that you need to do, but when it's time for family, I give it. We balance these things. Take risks. Don't be afraid to take risks in life. When they say it's a male-dominated place, that's where my energy, comes up. I want to be in that space. I want to be in that environment. Gain better understanding at the pressure faced by women in same field. Read about them. Increase your visibility. There's nothing like, let me go and hide somewhere. Inferiority complex has no room in this thing that we are talking about. Make yourself visible. Let people know what you're capable of doing. Consistently exceed expectations and performance. Love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you will never go far. You will never be able to achieve it. You need to love yourself, love what you do, be passionate about it. And it's only a matter of time. People around will see you. Even better companies will say, that lady, no, I know her. She's very. That was how I landed in my second and my third job. Most of the jobs that I have ever done, I never applied. All my jobs, I never applied. People will always recommend me till I got to where I am today. All right. And in conclusion, we need to work towards encouraging and inspiring one another to rise up to the top. Women helping women to rise. Women helping women to rise, not bringing ourselves down. We shouldn't be seeing ourselves as rivals. In unity, we stand. Divided, we fall. And I will come to this. Say, think big and don't listen to people who tell you it can't be done. Don't listen to people who tell you because you're a lady, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. No, it can be done. Life's too short to think small. And I tell you, one woman can change many things, but many women with the right mindset, with the same goal, with the same kind of mind, can change everything. We can change the world. We are already changing the world, and we are already taking over. And with this, I just decided to put this up there some of the successful women that I read about that inspire me on a daily basis. And I know the questions will come later because I need to exit now for the next speaker. Thank you very much. God bless you and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much, Madam Toyin. That was very inspirational. I'm thinking, even just from listening to you, I've taken one key point: visibility. And that's something I'm going to apply going forward in my daily interactions. Without wasting much time, I'd like to introduce the next speaker. Dr. Naomi will be coming to speak to us about the power of community. We've learned the importance of networking from Toyin. Dr. Naomi will speak about the power of community. Dr. Naomi is a renowned coach, national transformational strategist, and a global speaker that has spoken at numerous high-impact stages across the continent. She's passionate about human capacity development and loves to speak to the women movement, and using her life stories and experiences around her to captivate, of course, our audience, which I'm sure she will do again this evening. She is the creator of the movement Trash the Labels, and this is based on our own inspirational TED Talk. And from this, she was nominated to speak at a global forum where she also advanced the movement of women in practice. She has gone to numerous countries and has spoken at numerous events, and has partnered with thousands of entrepreneurs and personal brands to deliver her message and ensure that as women and even across practice, we're able to leverage the power of community. Thank you very much. Dr. Naomi, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are we doing? Can I see the comments and know who is in the building? I am so honored to be here. Congratulations to everyone. I believe this is WIFPSA, WIFPSA. Someone please help me correct this. Help me correct this if I got it correctly. Please come back on and help me say it. I think it's WIF. It sounds like a tongue twister. Coming.
WIFPSA, you got it right.
So it feels like the F is silent.
Yeah, exactly.
Say it again. It's like I don't know how to do F and P together.
F is silent. WIFPSA.
What is silent? The F? Is the F silent?
The F is silent, yes. It's
okay,
WIFPSA.
so WIFPSA.
Yes,
okay,
that's
WIFPSA. Hello, everybody. I am so excited. Thank you. Thank you to Jenny, Amaka. They have been on my matter. Like, I have to be here, and it is truly an honor to be here tonight. I understand this is the first meeting, and it is a privilege again for me to just share very quickly on the power of a community. First of all, I want to say congratulations to everyone. In the world that we live in, while it feels, it feels good to fly solo, I need you to know that there is a lot you stand to gain when you are part of a community. I am a part of numerous communities, and it has really, really transformed my life. And I'm quickly going to share 5 reasons why you need to be a part of a community like this. The first reason is support. Support. You cannot do life alone. Can somebody please put that in the chat box? Hi, Amaka, my darling, I see you. Can you please put your name? So for instance, say, Amaka, you cannot do life alone. Adenirong, you cannot do life alone. Jennifer, you cannot do life alone. I want you to personalize it in the comments and put your name there and say, I cannot do life alone. I am telling you now more than ever, you need support. And this is not even just for your career. I'm talking about support psychologically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. You need support. You need people who you can run to, who, when the chips are down, you can say, sisters, hold me up. I came in while the other speaker was wrapping up, and she was sharing a lot about just the importance of coming together in a community. And she shared images of women she was learning from. And she talked about, of course, we must change that narrative of, women, when they come together, they're always tearing each other down. I've been a part of a lot of women communities. Amaka and I are part of the Untamed community, and I have grown more in my time of being in that community. So yes, you need support. You cannot do life alone. That is one of the reasons why you need to be a part of a community, and preferably this community, because that's why we're here, right? Second thing is networking. Have you ever heard, and I'm sure you have, that your network is your net worth? I want you to put that in the chat box. My network is my net worth. Put it in the chat box, because you need to understand that you are just 3 people away, sometimes even just one person away from your next level. Some of you have been at a place where you desire promotion. Some of you are struggling with your business. You're trying to crack something, and there's someone within your circle, believe me, within your network, that has the answer. The thing is, you may not have crossed paths, you may not have discovered who that person is, but being a part of a community like this, you get to network with other people and in turn increase your net worth. Third reason is empowerment. Why you need to be a part of a community. Empowerment. We are stronger together. We are stronger together. There's only so much I can do. I am here because of network. I am here because I am a part of a community where I know Amaka. We've been together for over a year. And then there was this opportunity, and Amaka recommended that I be here. Can you see? And maybe from here, someone else would say, oh, I heard Naomi speak and I want to have her come here to speak. This is just how it works. Your heart must be open to receiving what communities have for you. If you come into a community and you're feeling like, all these gatherings, when women gather, I don't have time, too much drama. Maybe you are the drama. I said it. Maybe you are the drama. I want you tonight to make a decision that you will not just come in and be a part of this community, but you will show up and you will give value. If every one of us says to ourselves, I am going to be a part of this community, and it can go beyond this community because there are many wonderful communities out there and around the world. But for tonight, we're talking about WIFPSA. Make a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to give value, because you have something to offer. You have a lot to offer. All right. So support. You can't do life alone. Networking, because your network is your net worth. Empowerment. The fourth thing I want to talk about is learning. Learning. I heard just while I was being introduced, a reference was made about the previous speaker's session and how she talked about visibility. Some of you have heard her speak tonight and you're checking, am I visible? Am I known? And I picked that because that's my heartbeat. Those who know me know how I'm a little obsessed about helping women gain visibility from what I call the backstage to the center stage. I feel there are too many amazing women doing amazing stuff, but they're not known. And I often say, it doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter what you can do. If you're not being seen and heard, it is as good as you not existing in the first place. Too many women are there doing great stuff. Some are just, shy, saying, oh, I don't want to be in front. Everybody else should be in front. So you attend board meetings. You don't want to speak. You share your idea with the person next to you. Oh, God help you if it's a guy. And then he gets up and then he delivers on your idea. And then when it's time for promotion, he gets the promotion for an idea that you had just because you didn't want your voice to be heard. Not anymore. Please put that in the chat box. Not anymore. Not anymore. And so when you come into, a community like this, you have an opportunity to learn, from amongst yourselves. You have an opportunity to learn when, guest experts are brought in. You have an opportunity to learn even when you come together. Every moment where you are existing should be seen as a learning moment. I learn every day. I learn from my children. I learn from movies. When I'm driving, I'm observing, I'm learning. And every day I am getting better, because someone once said the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. Not anymore. Not anymore. Too many women are shortchanging themselves. So when you come to a community gathering like this and you're hearing everyone talk about, what's happening in their sector and how they're winning, someone is sharing the strategies that they are applying and how they're, letting their voices be heard in the board meetings, in those C-suite meetings. You tell yourself, you go back to your house and then you have a personal board meeting with yourself. You invite your body, soul, and spirit to a board meeting and you tell yourself, girl, get up. Girl, wake up. And so it's so important for you to be a part of a community like this. And the final one I want to share is advocacy. Again, I feel the last speaker touched on this. There's only so much we can do as just, as one person. But imagine the force of us coming together. Women are so powerful. When we come together, we can change policies. We can change policies. We can turn things inside out. But I don't even think we are leveraging the power of community enough. And that's why I'm excited tonight to be a part of WIFPSA and to just charge us, to step out of what I call the backstage, show up. Don't be a part of this community and say, you know what, let me just be behind the scenes. I don't want to show myself. Please show yourself. Come out with all of your fullness. All of this, I'm shy, just let Jenny go. Let Amaka be in front, we are the ones at the back. What are you doing at the back? Come out. Come out. I want you to put your name in the chat box and say, I am coming out tonight. I am coming out tonight. Come on, put it in the chat box. I want to see it. I am wrapping up. Tell me, who is coming out tonight? Who is coming out tonight? Let me know in the chat box. Just put it in there. I am coming out tonight. Yes, I am coming out tonight. We are coming out tonight. Put it in there. Put it in there. We are coming out tonight. All right. So I just want to wrap up with this. To navigate and climb up the corporate ladder, to excel in, wherever you find yourself in life, it's important that you lean on mentorship, that you lean on collaboration, that you lean on networking communities by being a part of this community. If you were invited here, I want you to go back to the person who invited you and say, how can I be a part of this? I know this is for women that are in the pharmaceutical industry, and there are many more of you across the nation. And so I'm excited for such a move, in this season. I believe that there is no greater time for women to come together and build solid structures where we're supporting each other, we're networking, we are empowering each other, we're learning from each other, and most importantly, we are advocating for change, because together we can change the world. Thank you so much for having me. I'm grateful to the entire team. Thank you for having me tonight, and what a pleasure to be here. And I just want to say congratulations to every one of you for coming together to put this community together. Again, if you're not a part of it, it is a good time to ask, how can I be a part of this community? All right. And on that note, I want to say thank you. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naomi. That was a very impactful and precise concept presentation. I think I speak for everybody in this meeting by saying that I learned a lot as well. Ladies in the house, queens in the building, this is the session for Q&A, and I would like us to type in our questions, and if it's possible for some of us to unmute and ask our questions either to Tony or to Dr. Naomi for what they've asked. So we'll start with Dr. Tony's presentation, which is Women in the Pharmaceutical Sales Industry, or be it FMCG, the journey so far. What questions do we have for Tony? I'm trying to read the chat box to see if there's any questions. Yes, so while I'm waiting for questions, please let us type more questions into the chat box. What questions do we have? Right. And while we're waiting for questions for Tony's presentation, do we have any questions as well for Dr. Naomi's presentation? She spoke extensively about the importance of the basic things that we know, the importance of community, the importance of support, not going it alone, right? Understanding that we need to add value to our interactions, value to our connections, value to our relationships. Tony spoke about the importance of networking, the importance of work-life balance, the importance of adding to ourselves, the importance of learning, of getting mentor and mentoring others. The both speakers spoke extensively of how we can improve ourselves as women, what we need to do better in terms of adding value, understanding that we're not alone, ensuring that we are the change that we're looking for, making sure that our network is worth the net worth, right? So I think that's very key for me as well. If it's your circle of friends or your circle of network or your community, is how rich you are, how influential you are, how visible you are, how noticeable you are. What do you bring to the table? Ladies, waiting for your questions in the chat box. Yes, do we have any questions for Dr. Naomi? Do we have any questions for Oluwatoyin? All right, so now whilst we're waiting for questions, we're preparing for the grand opening of why we are here this evening, which is the unveiling of WIFPSA. The two conveners will speak to us about the importance of this community, the importance of this network, and what the vision is, what the mission is, what the hope and aspiration of this community and network is, and how each and every one of us can benefit from this. Over to you, Jennifer. So Jennifer, of course, we not going to talk so much about Jennifer. If you give me the whole day, I'll go on and on. But Jennifer is a wonderful person, personality-wise, human being. I can go on and on. But let me speak to the basics, right? Which is that when it comes to sales, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business strategies, when it comes to portfolio building, when it comes to project management, you give it to Jennifer. She has over 10 years of experience in the pharmaceutical sales industry, and she has grown through the ranks. And she is someone that believes in putting in the work and getting the result. And currently, she's the national sales manager at FMCG Pharmaceuticals, one of the largest French pharmaceuticals industry, French pharmaceutical company in the world. And I can say this, Sevi is probably the only pharmaceutical industry that is owned by the shareholders, and Jennifer is the leading face of Sevia in Nigeria and in West Africa. Jennifer, over to you.
Thank you so much, Amy Alafon. Hello, Queens. Hello, everyone. I'm sure it has been an impactful evening today. I'm sure we have learned a lot from the two speakers, from Toyin talking about her journey so far in the pharmaceutical industry, how she grew the rank and now is zone director. And from Dr. Naomi for that concise and impactful presentation, talking about the power of community, how you can leverage on the power of community to be whatever you want to be. Ladies, I'm talking to you today. Permit me, as one of the conveners, to actually unveil why we are here today, to talk about WIFPSA. What exactly is WIFPSA? Who are we? What is our objective? What do we have planned out for the coming months? So I'll be talking about WIFPSA. So this is our logo. You'll be seeing us all over the social media network going forward. We are here to stay, and we have a lot of powerful women who are already part of the community. People who are industry leaders who are already part of the community. Who are we? We are just a community of friends who have either worked in pharmaceutical company or still working in a pharmaceutical company and FMCG sector, who come together and decide that, it's high time we give our voice. We know we have a lot of women who are in the pharmaceutical industry, either growing through the phase or who wants to join the pharmaceutical company. We want to make sure that we have a platform where they can learn how to grow, where they can learn how to be empowered, where they can have access to mentors, be it a female mentor or a male mentor, how they can navigate the career path and become a better version of themselves. This is why we are here. And this is why we want you to join our community. Now, we are not limited to only Nigeria. We span across Africa. We have people from Ghana who are part of this community. We have people from Rwanda who are part of this community, all over Africa, joining together, putting hearts together to ensure that young females who are aspiring to take this career path and young females who have already entered this career path in FMCG and pharmaceutical sales, that they have a platform where their voice can be heard. They have a platform where they can grow through the ladder. They have a platform where they can learn through the ropes from people who have been there, who have done that, who can mentor them, who can understand what their challenges are, just like Tony mentioned. Some of the challenges she encountered when she started as a medical sales rep and what she did to avoid such pitfalls and how she has been able to navigate through that path. If I want to share my own experiences, then we will not go today. A lot of us have been there, we've experienced it. So we are going to hold your hands and guide you to become better so that you can navigate and also come up and join part of the board members in either pharmaceutical company or FMCG. So our top priority is to ensure that we are mentoring women who are already in this industry and people who are interested in building career in this industry to grow through the paths. We have trainings and empowerment programs coming forth. My co-convener would actually list out some of these programs. Work-life integration for a woman, this is very important. You cannot take this away. You have a family, you have a career, you need to know how to harmonize both together. It is very important. These are some of the things we'll be highlighting. We'll be giving a platform to see and help you, support you, and show you how you can do this better. We would also be consulting for some of the pharmaceutical industries worldwide and FMCG as well. Networking platform I already mentioned. We have a lot of industry leaders who are already part of our community that you can reach out to and network. Imagine when you have over 50 women who has already joined this community, and then you are part of those women. Together we can do so much more. We know that. Of course, we would also be providing business support services in area of business structure, strategy, and people management for people who will need it. The last point is very important to me, advocacy. You cannot do without advocacy, especially for the girl child. We need to understand that irrespective of the fact that women are coming up now, we know that we can become whatever we want to know, whatever we want to in life. But there are still people who don't know what to do. There are still people who are limited by what the society thinks. There are still young females out there who are, who don't know who are confused on the path to take in life. This is where we come in as people who have gone through this to ensure that we teach them what to do. We talk to them on how to be a part of the community that can help them. We want to take advocacy to the rural areas where you have women who don't know that they can become whatever they want to become. That is where we can empower them, mentor them, capacity building, and all what you have. Without wasting much time, I would invite my co-convener to talk about our upcoming events. In the next few months. Wamaka Odenigwe is the sales director of Untamed Sub-Saharan Africa. She has over 13 years experience in pharmaceutical industry and social selling industry as well. So you can see that these are people who had actually gone through the paths. They have actually gone through this pharmaceutical sales industry or are currently still in pharmaceutical sales industry. Her goal is to support female professionals and entrepreneurs to leverage on tech, digital to build a global business. She's fondly called the Queen of Sales. Amaka can sell anything sellable. Anything. That is why she's Queen of Sales. So without wasting much time, I'll be bringing her here to talk to us about the next activities we have lined up. Thank you. me in. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for that intro. And I want to start this section by appreciating each and every one of us for making a history together. Remember that today is our first outing. Today is our unveiling for women in FMCG and pharmaceutical sales in Africa. So this is how how women come together to make history. Trust me, if you're watching this live, I want you to celebrate yourself because today is a beginning of success for us. We're going to celebrate a lot of success for making this come true because we're going to make a lot of impact in our industry. It's not just that we're going to learn, but we are going to work together to make sure that we make history together. So thank you all for watching. So now I'm going to take you through all activities you should expect from our community this year. Why are we sharing this? We understand the fact that we are all professionals. We have our work, we have our schedule, and we also as a community, we want you to be informed on what you should be expecting as a community. Remember that this is going to be, it's not going to be a community of one person. No, we are going to work this together. We're going to bring in our best ideas because the goal for us is we want to develop ourselves so that we can become powerful and strong enough to go out there to develop people also. And that is not all. We also want to invite our friends. And this is why I really want to also ask you all, if you're watching this section, please, I want you to click on the share button. Share this with all your colleagues. If your colleagues are not here, if you're watching from the Facebook platform, you can tag your friends, your colleagues who are on Facebook. I want them to watch the replay of this section. Why? Because it's very important they watch this. They need to know what we want to do in the industry. They need to know that there is already a community here to support them to make sure they get to the highest level they want in their career. So if you look at the activity we've put together, you see that this activity, it incorporates both, learning. So it means that we're going to mentor you to become powerful in your specialty. It also incorporates fun, right? We want to learn, we want to become strong, we want to, enjoy the lifestyle that comes with that kind of job. We want to have opportunity to connect with people in all the African countries, and we want to also make sure we are visible out there. And that's why we've put together this amazing activity for you. So we're starting the first event with geopolitical zone event. So why do we want to have this? And this is going to be a physical event. So we want to do this because we want you to go back to your states and bring all the female colleagues in your city. We're going to have different team lead for each of the cities. Yes, we're going to have people volunteer to lead their cities for us to make this history together. And trust me, this first outing is not going to be the normal outing you're used to, because we're going to look for, good places in your location. It could be going to, watch movie together. It could be going to have, so there are going to be different activities, and different cities will have each of their agenda. It's going to be fun, it's going to be educative, and you will also have opportunity to network and get informations of what is happening in the industry. So after this is going to happen in the month of April. So we will have the political zone event 2 times this year, which is April and which is also in September. You see the date on the screen, and we want you to log down your calendar also. So after that, we're going to have a professional development workshop, right? Yes, so this is for the industry professionals. It's going to be a virtual event, and this event is going to be in May. Now, the way we select the date for each of the activities we have, we made this in a way that your day-to-day work is not affected, right? So that's why you see most of our events is going to be Sundays, 7 p.m., right? Yes, and it's not going to be more than an hour, 30 minutes. Just the same way this our unveiling is not going to take more than an hour, 30-minute section. So we're going to have this for industry leaders. This is going to happen 2 times this year also. Now, if you look at different masterclass we have, you see that we have masterclass for those already in the industry. We also have masterclass for those who are still working to join this industry, because we want to groom the upcoming, those who are interested, who are admiring to be in the industry. We're going to groom them, and we will also work with so many organizations so that we can always recommend people. So if you're currently a medical sales rep and your goal in the next 1 year or 6 months is to become a regional manager, right?
we'll make sure that we expose you like to all the organizations so that they can hire you, and so you can also work with the kind of company you desire. And you have people in the community here who is also going to recommend you for being part of this community. So aside the masterclass for those who are interested in the industry that will happen in the month of June, we're also going to have our first physical event. When I say first physical event, I mean the first national event. So what is this event going to be like? So this event is going to be in Lagos. We're going to announce the venue. If you look at the dates we choose, we actually choose July because that period is also, I think, Monday, Tuesday, or that weekend is a public holiday. So this event is going to, it's going to be a combination of business day. We're going to have a business day. We're going to bring the top industry leaders to come and speak at the event. We're going to also bring people from other industries who are going to speak during this event. We're going to have gala nights. So it's an experience you will not want to forget. Why? Because there's going to be recognition based on what we've done so far. For all those who will participate in the masterclass, they will get their, diplomas. For all those also who also going to lead like different activities, and that will make sure that you get recognized also. Even in the groups, right? We're going to recognize people in different ways, have the gala night, have a business day, and have opportunity for you to network. So if you're also looking at to move to one industry to the other, it's also going to be a very good platform because we're going to invite so many CEOs from different industries. So then after this, so what is the next? We're going to have the end of the year party, which is going to be a virtual event. This is going to be in December. Now, if you look at all the activities we put together, I see that you're going to have fun, you will learn, you will network, and we're going to end the year with a bang. Being part of this community, you're going to see that a lot of things about you will improve. Why? Because the knowledge, the impact, the information you also get about the industry, all this is really good. These are all the things we're going to enjoy together, and this is why I'm so passionate and I'm so excited about being part of this community. Now let's take you through what about 2024, what is going to happen, right? The truth is we don't have the schedule right now for you, but one thing we want you to know, remember that this community is not only for Nigeria, right? It's also a community of, those in FMCG and pharmaceutical industry, both in Nigeria and also in other African countries. So next year, we're going to have a national physical event, July next year, in one of those countries. So this country is going to be revealed during our physical event in July. So I'm going to end my own section here, but I just want to leave one word for all of us watching this, and that word is this. I want you to know that today marks the beginning of something fantastic and amazing. We're going to make history together. You're going to remember this day, right? In 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you'll be so proud to be the first set of people, to be part of this amazing community, because our voice is going to be heard. Right? We're going to impact ourselves. We'll be very strong to go out there to impact the world. There is one statement from one of the CEO of one of the company I worked with previously. The CEO said that in a community like this, that we should go out there to look for people who are very strong, because when we bring strong people, they make us stronger. Here already in our community, the industry we're in, we're all powerful women, we're all strong women. So I want us to go out there and look for our other colleagues who are strong and powerful. I want them to come. Let's become stronger together so we can go out there and impact the world. So thank you all for staying up to this moment. Please, I still want you to stay back because the moderator is coming back to end the section. So before she's here. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Amaka. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I think all of us will take a minute or less than that to note those dates down on our calendars so that we can attend this event, grow the community, grow our network, and by so doing, grow our network. It's important for us to follow all WIFPSA social media platforms. Please take a second to go to your Facebook, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on LinkedIn, as well as YouTube. While we're listening in, I'm just on the side, tapping on my phone, joining Instagram, and ensuring that I follow this community because it's an opportunity for us to grow. I think from the speaker, from Tony to Dr. Naomi, one of the key things they've highlighted It's the importance of mentorship, the importance of community, of networking, of adding value and bringing value, of being visible. Jennifer, as well as Amaka, has also highlighted why they focused on this subset of people. That's people, women in particular, in the pharmaceutical space and the FMCG space across Nigeria, across Africa. And it is important for us to also grow this community. Opportunity for us to go, like the Amaka put it, you have goals in mind, your short-term goal, your long-term goal. You're a self-representative, you want to become a regional manager, you want to become a marketing manager, you want to become a key account manager, you want to work in SFE. These are the outlines you can grow in. You want to even grow, you want to become somebody in training. These are the opportunities available, and it's important to have a timeline to it. You're already a regional sales manager, you want to become a national sales manager, you want to become a country manager. That is the goal. I know of wonderful women in this space already. I'm happy to say that the person in Johnson & Johnson, she's a lady, she's doing well, she has gone through the ranks, and she's representing us properly. And the world is our oyster, and we can only do better. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, I want to say gentlemen again, but thank you, ladies. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for joining this event. Thank you for taking time out to be present. Thank you so much for the time, for the interactions, for the engagement, for the connections. Please don't forget all the social media handles all across we're there. Please join on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Without taking too much time, on behalf of Jennifer, Amaka, and the entire WIFPSA group, we're thankful. Thank you so much. And this is just the beginning of great things. We'll see you at the next community event. See you as you go to share your own experiences going forward, as how you'll be able to grow between now and the next meeting. Thank you very much. Jennifer, if you have anything to add? If not, have a wonderful evening.